This is my second time filming this because I'm just so nervous. Oh, the postman's here. God. Hello. Guess what, postman? I'm engaged. Look. Yes, as you can tell from this video title that I got engaged to the love of my life. It still doesn't even feel real. It still feels like a dream. So this video is going to be like a little background video, how it happened, who we told, and I've got a video of Nanapa's reaction, which I think is really adorable. I wish I recorded everyone's reactions, but I didn't. Okay, so let's start from when it happened. So it was Saturday. Brandon had been saying that he wanted to take me to this little town all week, which made me think, what are you up to? What are you up to? But I just had that sense of what are you up to all the time, because like whenever we used to go anywhere that when we were together, I'd just be like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna do it now. I wonder if he's gonna do it today, or wherever we went on holidays, whenever. So I mean, we've been together for 6 years, so I just thought about it all the time. So on Saturday I got ready and I was like, you know what, I have like a deep inkling. Like I was like, I woke up positive. I was like, today's the day. I feel it in my bones. I was like, but I'm not going to get my hopes up because I've done this multiple times, thinking that this is going to be it. I got ready. I was like, you know what, I'm going to actually look half decent. I put like a knitted dress on with the scarf, put my hair in a low pony and did my makeup really nicely. We drove up to the lookout, but it was actually a 1.5 kilometer walk. So lucky I wore the right boots, because I actually wore boots because it was raining and it was a bit muddy. And I was like, I don't want my feet to get cold. And it was like really chatty in the car, and normally like in the car he's not a chatty person. So I'm just like, I was like, I really hope today is the day. I really hope today is the day. Anyway, we got to the lookout, we started walking. My god, the amount of times I had to stop. Mind the dogs in the background, they're just eating a bone. The amount of times I had to stop because I was so out of breath. And these people that were just like coming down, I was literally wondering what they're thinking of my outfit choice, because they're all in like sporty, like wet clothes and walking with sticks, and here I am with like a knitted dress on that went past my knees. Had stockings on too because I don't want my legs to get cold. But I wanted to look nice, and I'm just like thinking, what are they gonna think of me dressed like this walking up a bloody hill? They probably think I'm crazy. I was just thinking in my head on the way up, because I was like nearly about to pass out. I was like, God, like if this isn't it and he doesn't do anything today, I'm gonna throw him off the cliff. No, I wouldn't have done that. But I was just like, this better be worth it. Wasn't far off being at the top when we saw these two girls, and they're like, oh, not far to go. So I was like, oh, thank God. Anywho, we got to the top, we looked at the lookout, and I was like, oh, that's so pretty, and whatever. We acknowledged the lookout and looked at it, took photos, whatever, and then I just sat down because I was pooped. There was like a little bench. I'll insert some photos. I sat on that bench. Brandon, I saw him walk behind me and like take a photo of me on the bench. I'll see if I can get that photo, because he showed me the photo and I was like sitting, and then the lookout was like in front of me. And then I was like looking out to the lookout, and I saw from the corner of my eyes he's just come around the side of me, and he kind of like got on one knee, and I'm just looking at, like, this is me looking out to the lookout, and here's him, and I see him in the corner of my arm just like this. I got this big smirk on my face, and then I looked down and he's like, will you marry me? And he was like all smiley, and he had this big grin on his face. Ah! And I said yes. I was in so much shock that I was like tearing up, but like I couldn't cry, and like I was just too excited because I had that feeling. I was like, oh my god, like what if today's the day? And I was like, oh, I don't want to get my hopes up, and he actually did it, and I was like, kind of like, and then I said yes, and we tried the ring on, and it fit my chubby fingers. Brandon's like, look, I just winged the ring size, so I hope it fits perfectly. So he did a bloody good job. Oh, this story is it's so cute because it was so simple, and that's what I wanted. I didn't want anything crazy, you know, marry me in front of Eiffel Tower type crap that you see in the movies. No one was up at the lookout either, and you could tell that he was just very talkative, and he seemed like a little bit stressed, so I was like, but oh god, it was just so good. But then once we started to walk down the hill, it kind of like sunk in that he did it, and I started to cry. I can't believe it's real. So yes, it was just a simple engagement and proposal with engagement? No, proposal. It was like the perfect day because it was wet, like it was misty, like it wasn't raining. I think it started to spit once we got up the top, and it was like cloudy, and like it was just a good mood. He kept saying on the way up that he hopes the sun comes out, and he just kept saying it. So I was just like in my little driver's seat, like thinking to myself, I wonder if today's the night. Sorry, I'm just so excited still. I'm telling this story, I'm just like, oh, still can't believe it. While we were up there, Brandon sent a photo to his brother. We rang him and said, check your Snapchat. He was really happy for us. Brandon said that he kept the ring at our friend Steven's house because I changed the house around too many times, and I feel like I probably would have found it if I changed the house around anymore when it was here. Yeah, so that's why he thought, you know what, I think it's best if he keeps it somewhere else, which is probably a good idea. My best friend, because Brandon was like talking to her about the ring and the proposal and everything. So I showed her, and she was really happy for me. As we were walking down the hill, I literally could not shut up. Like, you could not even shut me up. I was just so happy. I kept calling him fiance. I'm just like, oh, fiance. We went and had lunch, and I was just too excited. I was like, let's just go have lunch quickly, and then we'll go back home, and I'll go to mum and dad's and we'll show them. Mum wasn't home, she was actually at hockey. I showed dad. I was like, I got something to tell you, and he's just like looking at me like, oh my god, like what? I think half the people I told probably thought that I was going to tell them that I was pregnant or something, because, you know, we're at that age. But I just said, I got something to show you. So I showed them my hand, and dad thought it was a joke. He's like, oh my god, really? I'm like, no, it's real, like really. And he was like, oh, congratulations, that. But he was so happy, my brother was happy. Then we left there. I said, you cannot breathe a word of this to mum. I'll come over tomorrow and I will tell her, and you just pretend like you don't know. And he kept it a secret, which was good. We then later that afternoon went to Brandon's brother's and his wife's house, and we showed them. He already knew, but we showed Brandon's brother's wife, Holly, and she was so excited. She thought the same, was either going to be an engagement or a baby. A lot of people thought I was pregnant, but no, not yet. I said one thing at a time. Later that afternoon I came home, we got ready because we were going out for dinner for Brandon's birthday. But before that we had to go to Brandon's parents' house because we were going with them. So we showed them, they congratulated us, they were happy for us and really excited. Brandon's dad later on was like, you're going to do shorts, and calling me his daughter-in-law, which was just really overwhelming, the amount of support and happiness that we both received. I was really overwhelmed by that because I was like, I don't know what people are going to say. Like, I don't know people. Hey, puppy, hey, I don't know people's reactions. I've never had to do a big announcement like this before, so I was like really nervous, and I was really happy with how people reacted. Hey Pot, Rockman, you're going to be in the wedding, don't worry. This morning I was a little bit hungover because like we had some drinks to celebrate. I had a couple of shots of Brandon's dad's homemade Baileys, I think. Yeah, I wasn't feeling the best. We went and got some Maccas, drove to mum and dad's. I told mum and she was really happy. She just kept looking at the ring, holding my hand, and she was very happy for it. Then I house partied my auntie. House party is just like an app where you can talk to people. It's like Zoom, but it's so much better because you can play games and you can do all this other stuff. And she was over the moon. She nearly cried. I think she did cry actually. I said, no, don't cry, because if you cry, I'm going to cry. And I started like tearing up. I was like, look. So she was really happy for me and excited, and welcomed Brandon to the family officially because they love Brandon. After mum and dad's and talking to Auntie Tina, we went to Nana Para's, and I secretly filmed Nan and Pa's reaction because I thought Nan would have the biggest reaction of everyone because she's like, I hang out with her all the time and we're like best friends, so I was just like, I have to film her reaction. I'll show you in the next clip. Enjoy! She's so cute.
Hello.
But I have something to show you.
Ah, you beautiful thing. Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Ah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, when did this happen?
Yesterday.
Come here. Congratulations. Oh, wonderful. Please. Oh, isn't that
Don't
wonderful?
cry.
Oh,
Really?
Yes, it's not a joke.
it's not a joke. It's real.
Well,
They're beautiful.
aren't you just lucky?
I am.
It is just gorgeous. Auntie Tina?
Hey?
Auntie Tina?
Yeah.
Oh.
When are you getting married?
Don't know yet.
Oh, that is gorgeous. You've been saving up for a long time.
We went to my other nan and pops and they congratulated us and they were so happy for us too. My other nan, she's just like, oh, so when's the engagement party? And it got me really thinking. I was like, oh, okay, so that's the first thing I have to plan. Brandon and I told his auntie before I posted like an announcement, which got an overwhelming response. Like, I was overwhelmed. I had to get off my phone because I was like, my phone is blowing up. I've never had this many likes or anything, not that that matters, but oh. We'd come home from lunch after telling Brandon's auntie, because it was her birthday and everyone else there was so happy for us and everything. Came home and I started looking at the engagement stuff. I'm just like, oh my god, I'm so excited. Like, I have so many ideas. I'm so creative. I love arts and stuff like that, so I'm like bing 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 bing, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this, and I'm so excited. That is pretty much the end of my little proposal story time. It's simple, it's cute, it's fun, it's sweet, and I'm just so grateful. I've had a whole change of like, ever since this ring has been put on my finger, it's a whole, like, I see things on a different, it's weird, like how these things make you feel, and it's just, I'm gonna make some little biscuits that Brandon likes so he can come home and he can have some biscuits. Oh, for my fiance. So excited. But yes, oh my god, I hope you enjoyed this little story time video, and you know, when the engagement party comes and all that stuff, don't worry, I'll be vlogging and doing all this arts and crafts stuff. Oh, got a lot of things happening and fun things ahead, so I'm super excited. I'm so honoured if you have been following me from this day one journey, and if you're new here, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button to follow my new adventures and everything that's going to go on in my life and everything, because I mainly do vlogs. Like, I honestly love vlogging. Vlogging is just fun. I love it. So yeah, if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, follow me on Instagram, I'll leave it right here, and I'll see you guys in my next video.